Nico Rosberg, son of a world champion in his own right, and the only man to beat Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery. But was he as good as he claims he was? Yes, he keeps reminding us of the fact that he beat Schumi and Hamilton, to the utter annoyance of everyone except maybe his dad. But think about it. Between Schu Sr. and Sir Lewis, they won 14 world titles and almost 200 races. And the Nico beat both of them in the same cars. Yeah, he seems to be a bit of, like we say in South Africa, windgat, which translates to something like arrogant, but is he one of the greatest of all time? Yes, if somehow you don't know, that is what GOAT stands for. Have you been living under a rock somewhere in Argentina with Hitler and Tupac for the last few decades? Either way, was he a bit of a flash in the pan like his dad, or one of the greatest of all time? Consistency. How do you measure consistency? Cars break, people make mistakes. Best way this rotting old brain can figure is to look at his performances in relation to others driving similar cars. I love F1Facts.com. Have a look at it. It's stacked with season by season stats. And the verdict, according to the stats? Well, amazing. In a career that includes a world title and 7 teammates, nobody humiliated the man in similar machinery. He was consistently as quick as those that drove the same cars or similar cars. And the only man to beat him with any consistency was Lewis Hamilton. And Lewis Hamilton holds basically every record in Formula 1 that we know of, and even some I think he and Toto Wolff thought out just to annoy the rest of us. 25 out of 30. Win percentage. The Nixter won 23 races from 206 starts. That's pretty impressive. Remember, he raced for Williams, who has been pretty much rubbish since back in the day when Mick Jagger was thinking about starting a band and the Dead Sea was only slightly sick. And then he joined a Mercedes constructor, which was so gobsmackingly average that it even destroyed Michael Schumacher's comeback. He still won roughly half the races his teams won while racing for them, and what more could a team boss want? 23 wins has him level on 12th of all time with Nelson, who we dare not say his name due to recent remarks, PK. 20 out of 30, mainly because he sometimes seemed to let Lewis live in his head rent-free. Head-to-head versus teammates? Well, we all know he managed wins against the Schu, and he won 1 from 3 against Hamilton. But the big question is, how did he fare against the true legend? The man of many jaw muscles, everybody's second favorite Aussie, or third if you remember Crocodile Dundee, Sebastian Vettel's greatest fan, Mark Webber. Beating almost all comers, including 2 of the all-time greats, 3 if you count Webber, even if Hamilton did seem to have the edge over him. Overall, the Nixter, in my opinion, gets a 25 out of 30. Character. The worse may be the better in this case.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Britney.
Most of the legends are so purpose-driven and self-absorbed that they are not well liked. For example, pre-accident Lauda, current Verstappen, Prost, Senna. Do I need to say Schumacher? Seems like a spoiled little brat, but hey, what do I know? I've never met the guy. Maybe he's the nicest man alive, Mr. Rosberg. Did let Lewis manipulate him, and still, years later, seems to believe that there's a rivalry with a Briton. 8 out of 10, because he definitely has that winner's attitude. The verdict comes to 78 out of 100. Is this biased? Well, probably. You are literally watching a video of my opinion. I don't particularly like Rosberg, but give him his dues, and I've tried to be impartial. Is the Nixter a legend? Well, he's not the greatest of all time, by no means, but he certainly is one of the greatest of his generation, and he comes from a pretty strong one. More peak Button than peak Senna, but hey, Button won a title at his peak, so that's not bad, is it? So that's it. Was Nico Rosberg as good as he says? Almost. In his mind, I think he's Hamilton, but he was pretty freaking impressive. And that's that then. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back again next week for some new stuff. And you know what? May God bless you and may you have a great week. Thank you. And please, if you're thinking about pushing that sub button, why are you thinking about this, man? Just do it. Stop wasting your time thinking about rubbish like that. God bless. Goodbye.